And once that merger completes, we, MJ Freeway, will be the surviving entity, and that entity will be public on the NASDAQ. We will be calling our public company Akerna, and Akerna is going to consolidate cannabis technologies. That's our strategy.
From MJBulls Media, it's the Raising Cannabis Capital Show.
Today in Raising Cannabis Capital, we are joined by Jeannette Ward Horton from MJ Freeway. Jeannette, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
Well, let's start from the beginning. Seed-to-sale tracking. It's really the foundation of our industry, and a lot of people outside the industry don't really know what it is. They've heard it, but they don't really know what it is. I hate to make you do this, but can you just go 101? What is seed-to-sale tracking?
Yeah, absolutely. So 9 years ago, the two female founders of MJ Freeway invented the concept of seed-to-sale tracking. So at that time, no state or government required it, but they were supporting one of the earliest dispensaries in Colorado on the board, and our current CEO was tasked with finding the right software solution, and nothing fit the bill. She realized you're going to need a cannabis-specific solution, and that you're going to need product, patient, public safety for this industry to grow sustainably and across the U.S. and now the world. She just really saw that need for seed-to-sale tracking across the entire supply chain with the kind of transparency and visibility we don't have in any other industry.
Right.
We don't know in our tomatoes where the nutrients come from. We don't know, who grew the lavender that's in my lotion. And those are the kind of things with granularity you know about your cannabis, what farm it came from, what nutrients were used. That's essentially seed-to-sale tracking, data collected along the entire supply chain from seed to sale.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And you guys are, if you really think about it, the industry wouldn't be here were not for this foundation, because this gives legislators the confidence to vote yes.
Yeah.
Because they know it's going to be, there's no way along the line that something fall off the back of the truck.
That's right. That's right. That's the center of patient, product, and public safety, and it has really helped the industry grow.
Yeah. So it starts with the seed. Mm-hmm. The software it works in a grow facility. Mm-hmm. From the time it goes into the soil, you start tracking it. Now, I've seen it, but maybe you can explain to customers how this or our listeners how this works.
Yeah, so we think it's important that our technology was built specifically for cannabis, because we think tracking this plant is like tracking no other. And so starting from seed and going to sale, we collect data not just about the plant and its movement, but data about the nutrients used in the plant, or the water used, how much water was used in the plant. So all kinds of other testing results, and the full range of cannabinoids in the plants, all other pieces of data that then get attached to the plant, and no matter what form it takes, whether it's converted into oil or then ends up in a brownie, like no matter what happens to it along the supply chain, we've got all of that data, starting with what seed is this? So what are the core genetics of the plant?
Yeah, and like I've been in grows where there's these little tags on it with a barcode, and they scan the tags. Those tags go into the bags that go out to the dispensaries, and if there's a delivery service involved, they're scanning it when it gets into their truck. The dispensary scans it when it gets into their facility. Yeah. It's incredible.
No matter what hand it touches or how many businesses this product is passed to, we're still tracking it from seed to sale.
It's amazing.
It's more transparency and accountability in the cannabis supply chain than in any other product we put in our mouths or on our bodies. And it's the kind of transparency consumers are asking for.
Sure. It's an opportunity for us to take a brand new idea and use the technology that exists at the time that the idea came.
Right.
It's really exciting. Now, all states that have medical or recreational laws in place, they require some form of seed-to-sale tracking?
So all recreational states require some form of seed-to-sale tracking. That's a statement we can make. Medical states are now coming online with that requirement, but historically they didn't. Michigan launched without it. California launched their medical market without it, but the tide is turning, and now no state is really launching without seed-to-sale tracking. Florida doesn't have a state system yet. Okay. So they're maybe a little slower when they launch medical markets, but states don't mature without that seed-to-sale tracking requirement.
Right. The states, when they decide to add seed to sale, do they authorize certain companies' products so that I mean, the question I'm going to ask is that not anyone can just have, hey, I have a seed to sale software, you can use it, or do you have to be authorized by the state?
That's a great question. So it's a answer of depends. So if you're just using the seed to sale tracking for your own business because you want this kind of visibility and inventory management, which varies from seed to sale software provider to provider, we're known for being extraordinarily robust in the amount of data that we collect, which gives businesses just really granular visibility into their supply chain, which is powerful for businesses. Most states don't require the amount of information we collect. They say this is all that we require, and then when a state does that, the seed to sale provider does have to be certified by the state in order to kind of be considered kosher in their integrations, and that in fact this data we can trust it.
So what states are you authorized?
Oh, well, we are the most integrated seed to sale provider when you think of our commercial product MJ platform and its integrations to Metric or the other government products. But we ourselves are also a provider of government seed to sale software under our Leaf Data brand, and so we have 3 states now where we are providing that service as well.
Wow, good for you. So a lot of people that are just getting into the industry will say, I don't know if I need that much. But the nice thing about your software is it's scalable. So that if you can start off with just the real basics, but it's got the scalability, or it's as robust as you referred to it earlier, to handle the biggest operations. But you can also accommodate the smallest.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. We sell in modules, so we sell for what your business needs today, and then you can add on to that over time. But at our heart, our second generation MJ platform was built as ERP, was built for multi-state, even multi-country operations, because really scale is where the market is going. And so we moved, ahead early. A couple of years ago, we released this product to say we know where the market is moving, and people need the kind of visibility and specificity that you get, and just kind of whole business alignment of data information that you get from an ERP.
9 years, over $13 billion in direct sales, which is just, I mean, this is not a beginner project. You guys have been really are sort of the standard in this sector. What's next for MJ Freeway?
So we are at an exciting moment in our evolution. So we recently announced that we've gone effective with our S4, which gives us some really good dates around our public listing. So June 17th is the shareholder vote, and once that commences, we will have consummated our merger with a company called MTech that today is publicly traded on the NASDAQ. And once that merger completes, we, MJ Freeway, will be the surviving entity, and that entity will be public on the NASDAQ. We will be calling our public company Akerna, and Akerna is going to consolidate cannabis technologies. That's our strategy.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. So investors will be able to buy your stock. Oh, that's so exciting. And what time frame are we talking about?
So the shareholder vote, as I said, is June 17th, and then 2 or 3 days after that.
By the end of the month, people will be able to buy.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, on NASDAQ, trading under the ticker KERN, KERN.
Oh, that's so exciting. Good for you. Good for you. This is, and you're the first companies you sort of invented this idea, and now you're taking it to the driving the industry as always.
We believe in this industry. We believe in this plant. Really our motivations are about, from the start, sustainability and growth of this industry. And so that's where our kind of ethos comes from. Yep.
Well, MJ Freeway is going public. You heard it first on this show. Good news. Well, we've been speaking with Jeannette Ward Horton from MJ Freeway. I have all of her contact information on the MJBulls website, and we, including the new ticker, we'll have that information on there as well. Exciting news.
Yes, it's exciting times in cannabis.
It certainly is. Well, we're I didn't mention this at the beginning of our show, but the background noise that you hear is the background noise from the Cannabis World Congress Business Expo in New York City. And Jeannette, you guys, it's really a pleasure to have you on the show today.
It's been a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thank you.